Welcome guys, it's round 12 of the Formula 1 World Championship. We're heading to Silverstone, the home of motor racing, the British Grand Prix. A fantastic circuit this one, and to think at once upon a time this circuit could have been off the calendar, and thank God someone saw sense. It's been renovated, it's an upgrade, and it's absolutely brilliant. We've always had fantastic racing here, and I think that's why we love it so much more than most of the circuits. 5.8 kilometers, 18 turns, 2 DRS zones down into turn 6 and turn 15. Medium downforce levels here, and we get 70% full throttle, a 52 lap race, and it's always produced fantastic racing here, haven't we? We should be looking at dry weather conditions for Friday and Saturday. There is some chance of rain around qualifying time as well, crucially. Only around 30% as it stands at the moment, but we'll see nearer the time. It's England, and anything can happen. Last time out we had a Max Verstappen win. Lando Norris came home second and Lewis Hamilton third, didn't we? A renaissance for Mercedes here, and the two Ferraris really struggled. This time out though, we come off the back of a fantastic Austrian Grand Prix, wasn't it? It all lit up, big drama, and I don't expect that to disappear this weekend. It's going to be closer than ever. Last time out we seen the two McLarens on a charge, and I think they should really go well here. They have been the ones taking the fight to Red Bull, and I think it's going to be spicy up at the front again. I cannot wait for the action to get going. It's a traditional, normal, back to the Friday practice, 3 practice sessions. Friday practice 1, 2, practice 3 on Saturday with qualifying and the race on Sunday. I kind of really look forward to this more normal format. It's much better than we've had before. In terms of the tyre, it's the hardest tyres from Pirelli this weekend. The C1 for the hards, the C2 for the mediums, and the C3 for the softs. Normally we get a one-stop strategy here. I think we could potentially see some go for a 2-stop, but they tend to prefer just stopping the once. If we get any safety cars, we'll see short bursts here, and we do get some safety cars, don't we, around Silverstone, but could we see action again? I'm sure we will up at the front. It's primed to just, I'm so glad it's so quickly after the drama of Austria. There's no chance for things to just sort of calm and simmer down a little bit, have they? It's going to be hot and ready. I'm sure, you know, the two McLaren teams, Red Bull and McLaren, will still be at each other. We've heard niggles in the media, haven't we? They haven't really gone away since the incident, and it will be non-stop. That's no doubt about that. And let's get to the predictions. I was massively wrong last time out, wasn't I? But this time I'm feeling confident. I'm going for a pole position for Max Verstappen, Lando Norris to line up in second place, and George Russell in third. The three of them have been on form, and qualifying they've all beaten their teammates most recently, and they're the most likely, I think, to take them positions. Let's get to the win though. I think Lando Norris will take the win this time out. After that incident, I can see him passing Max Verstappen. I know he'll be strong around here, but I'm going for a Norris win. And surprisingly, Lewis Hamilton to take it up to second place. Yeah, that is a bit of a surprise, but he's gone well notoriously around Silverstone. Despite qualifying poorly at times, he lined up on the podium last time out, didn't he? And was 7/8 at one point early in the race, so I'm sure he can do it. And the third place for Max Verstappen. I'm predicting a good weekend for Lando Norris and the Mercedes, and I think the Ferraris will struggle again here this time out. Let's have a quick look at the championship. Max Verstappen extended his lead after that incident. He's on 237 points, Lando Norris behind. 81 points now. He did extend his points lead. He remains on 156. Norris. Third place, Charles Leclerc, now 6 behind Lando Norris on 150 points. Carlos Sainz, 135 points, just 15 behind his teammate now, Leclerc. Sergio Perez, just one of the bigger losers in that weekend, wasn't he? He's now 5th, 17 points behind Carlos Sainz. And Oscar Piastri now just 6 points behind Perez in 7th place. It's close up and behind. George Russell with that win, just 1 point behind Oscar Piastri on 111 points. Lewis Hamilton 8th on 85 points, now 26 behind George Russell. Fernando Alonso on 44 behind Lewis Hamilton, didn't move, and neither did his number 10th place Yuki Tsunoda on 19 points. Them two are getting caught up by the Haas though, aren't they, of Nico Hülkenberg, who's been steadily catching and picking up points. So could we see a battle there? That'd be brilliant from the Haas driver if he can get himself in the mix. Up at the front, there's not much of a championship battle really yet for Red Bull, and I don't imagine that'll happen unless something really drastic happens. Let's look at the constructors. Red Bull leading the way, 355 points. Ferrari 64 points behind. They only lost 4 points to Red Bull in that last weekend. 291 for them. McLaren, the big gainers, they're only 23 behind Ferrari on 268 points. Mercedes 22 behind McLaren. They were the big gainers, didn't they? 196 points with that win from George Russell and Lewis Hamilton coming home fourth. Them two are always the ones, because they're so consistently in the points, really drag Mercedes up in the constructors, despite them being horribly slow early on, aren't they? They're still within that battle potentially for second, so much can change there, and I'm sure it will going into the end of the season. Especially with Ferrari dropping off now, they seem sort of the fourth fastest car, don't they? Which is strange, saying that not long they were winning the Monaco Grand Prix, and now they've fallen down the pecking order to Mercedes, and it shows how quickly life can change in Formula One. Aston Martin in 5th place, they've dropped even further back, 138 points behind Mercedes on 58. And they don't look like they're going anywhere fast. They're looking behind rather than looking ahead, aren't they, at the moment? But it should be absolutely brilliant. Really looking forward to the action to get going here. It should be fast, furious and exciting. It always is in Silverstone. Can't wait for the action to get going. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment as always. See you next time.